Hello, I'm Jane Malyon from the English Cream Tea Company, which is as delicious as it sounds, and we're based in White Roding, Essex. So this began 10 years ago because I randomly met an elderly lady from Chelmsford and we got talking about the best thing in the whole wide world, afternoon tea. You don't need persuasion, do you? And we were talking about the Ritz and the Savoy and all of that, and she said it was her favourite thing ever, but she'd had her last afternoon tea in all the world. I went, no, don't say that. She went, no, I can't travel anymore. And so it immediately sparked the light bulb. I promise, I felt a light bulb. And the idea was that if you couldn't get to the Ritz, perhaps the Ritz could get to you. So I embarked, as you do, on trying to work out how afternoon tea, the lavish, gorgeous sort, could be delivered anywhere in the country, chilled, perfect, and so on. And I contacted the companies that move human organs around for operations because they have to keep them perfect and chilled. And they told me their protocol. And we copied it and then had to prove to the Environmental Health Department that everything was kept at the right temperature and we didn't deliver hearts or kidneys by mistake. You'll be glad to know. So I have become a brand ambassador for my company, the English Cream Tea Company. And that's like being Colonel Sanders, I think. I wonder if one day you'll see my silhouette instead of the brand icon that we have. Anyway, my day is very pleasurable. It often involves baking, eating, looking after people, talking about afternoon tea. I've become an expert. When you become an expert, what do? You write a book. Scone or scone, that says. Because I'm mostly asked about scone, scone, cream or jam first, and tea or milk first in the cup. So I also run etiquette classes as well now and give talks, one of which is, are you palace ready? And we can test out. It's hilarious, I can tell you. So that's my world. It's a very lovely one. And if I back pace to when I was a child, I swear, when I was asked to write an essay on what I wanted to be when I grew up, I wrote, be a fairy godmother. Well, I kind of am. We send out treats and hampers and afternoon tea all over the country, making everybody smile that gets one. Of course, wouldn't you be delighted if there was a knock at the door right now and there's a hamper containing fresh cream afternoon tea? Yes. Or vegan, we do those. Or gluten-free, we do those. Anyway, I recommend all the lady entrepreneurs out there to follow their dreams and have a go, because wouldn't you be cross with yourself if you didn't? That's much more my motivation, actually. I'm less goal-orientated than, oh, how will I feel if I don't do this? Don't want to kick myself on my deathbed. That's the plan. Essex actually seems a natural hotspot for entrepreneurs, and I'm always proud about that. Especially if we're told, no, you can't do something. That gets us going more than anything. I was told by Companies House I could not be called the English Cream Tea Company, and that was after we'd done all our branding. I thought, well, that won't work. So I said, no, why not? You're I said, well, yes, we are, but, that's not how we're pronouncing it. We're the English Cream Tea Company. He said, you can pronounce it how you like. This was the head of Companies House, but I'm saying no. And he said, you can't be English. You can't be representing the whole of the country. And I went, really? So anyway, I asked him what would have to be true for us to be allowed to be called the English Cream Tea Company. He said if a minister said we could. So I went to Parliament. Hello, can we be called it? Yes, please allow a year for a minister's ruling. I went, oh no, I can't allow a year. I went back to Companies House. This is very Essex, I'm sure, like, come on, we've got to find a way to solve this. I said, what else would have to be true? The minister's tied up. And they said, well, if the governing body that controlled afternoon tea in the whole of Great Britain agreed, we'd allow it. And I started to say, there isn't a governing body. And I stopped myself because I thought, oh, well, I know who's going to set one up. And I know who's going to be chairwoman. And that's how we came to be called the English Cream Tea Company. I thank you. Ladies, Any entrepreneurs out there, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you have a supportive team. I don't think we should have to do everything ourselves. But for me, I am an entrepreneur because nobody will employ me. Kind of a renegade. But being a renegade is great because you get to do things like this. We got the Guinness World Record for the largest cream tea in the world for Essex. And I tell you, Devon was furious. Good luck to all of you. Rock on Essex. I'm an Essex girl through and through. Never owned a Cortina though. And I'd love to meet some of you sometime. Jane Malyon from the English Cream Tea Company signing off.